Yesterday, our Blair Best brought you a story from the Dalles featuring an outreach worker who was trying to get homeless people off the street and often into detox programs to help them get sober. That worker showed us firsthand the barriers that they face in trying to get these folks help, and there are a lot of them. Some of you have dealt with those barriers yourself. A viewer who asked not to be identified shared this with us. I have family members working with addicted people. A dinner conversation about your report segment resulted in agreement from counseling and outreach workers that a lot of the problem is a lack of detox and inpatient care. Professional consensus within our family is that the best use of funding from any source for quickly seen results is to A, increase housing availability for unhoused people, and B, increase detox and inpatient care capacity for those ready to address their addiction and mental health issues. Thank you for your commitment to reporting on this set of thorny issues. Sometimes we who work in this sector feel like we are just beating our heads against the wall. Well, hopefully you're not, and hopefully we can help you by putting a little pressure on lawmakers. While Blair was in the Dalles, she met a homeless man whose story didn't make it into the segment yesterday, but we do feel that it's worth sharing with you. This is David. He told Blair he's been homeless on and off since he was 12 years old and addicted to hard drugs most of his life. He made it through an addiction treatment program and was sober for several years, but then he relapsed after a friend died. Now he's desperate for sobriety, but equally afraid to put his body through detox again. And even so, options for getting clean are just not available to him in the Dalles, he tells us. Here's some raw footage from Blair's interactions with David that we think are worth seeing.
I've been a junkie my whole life, since I was 14.
What am I looking at?
Right here, that mark, bruise, that's from shooting up many years. That's collapsed veins, all collapsed veins. That's a track mark right there. And that's where I shot up just a little while ago.
And how often do you do drugs every day?
Every 2 to 4 hours, otherwise I get sick.
And what type of drugs do you do?
I was using heroin all the time, like every 6 to 12 hours. But that was hard to get, and it's a lot more expensive, so I started using fentanyl, which is $4 a pill, unless you go to Portland, and it's a lot cheaper. You can get it for a few bucks up there.
When's the last time today that you did drugs?
Probably about a half hour ago.
What did you do?
I used heroin. I had probably about 4 points of heroin.
What does that make you feel?
Not sick. I don't get high anymore. It's been a long time since I actually got high on drugs. It's just I do it to not get sick.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of people don't understand that, oh, you're gonna get sick or a little runny nose. It's not just a runny nose, it's your whole body's going through trauma. You're like on the verge of dying. If I could just flip a switch and be sober, I'd be sober again.
Yeah, but that doesn't work that way.
No, it don't.
So the closest detox center, I'm told, is 2 hours away.
Yeah, there's no detox here. The hospital won't do nothing for you. They'll give you a shot and send you back out on the streets. If they even do that for you, a lot of people won't.
How frustrating is this whole system?
It makes me just want to give up. It makes me want to give up on life, man. I'm so tired every single day to have to hustle, not to get sick. It sucks. I'm tired of it.
Here's my opinion on this. What in the world is going on? How can a state as wonderful as Oregon have such a dismal outlook for a heroin addict who wants to get clean? It should be simple, fast, and easy for someone like that to get help. Come on. Here's a living, suffering example of what happens when we do not have enough treatment centers. This has to change. Governor Kotek and the legislature have promised to help make this problem better. They need to hurry up because we've seen the suffering of one, and you know he's one of many. David also told Blair about an idea that he has to make necklaces with Narcan and first aid attached to it and hand it out to people on the streets. His idea is the color of the necklace would symbolize what type of drug the person is using, making things easier for strangers or first responders in the event of an accidental overdose. That idea is now being considered by the Dalles Overdose Task Force. All right, keep sending your questions and comments to The Story at KGW. We're going to wrap things up right after this.